Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro career on Snooker 19. And today we have the second part of our Northern Ireland quarter-final against Judd Trump. I only said Northern Ireland there, I meant the Northern Ireland Open. We made a good start to this match in the first 4 frames in the last episode. We were 3-0 up, Judd Trump brought one back in the last frame of the session to make it a competitive match, let's say. I think if we were 4-0 up, it would have been a real struggle for Judd Trump to get back into this game. And as I tend to say when there's a 2-frame lead at any point, this next frame is absolutely crucial. Of course, the swing that could take place here could change the match. You know, if we go 4-1 up, then it is a long way back for Judd Trump. Similarly, if it's 3 frames to 2, then it is absolutely game on. Now, we did see the break-off for this frame in the last episode, so don't worry, you haven't missed anything as such. But if you remember, I think Judd Trump conceded a few fouls, so that's why we've got some points on the table. We've got a half chance anyway to get started in frame 5, and we've missed the red, but we probably will get away with that. We do. The black obviously covered. Oh, it doesn't, sorry. I thought the black covered that red. Well, it doesn't. That's rather annoying, but this will be end of break. He'll pop the blue and that'll be it. So a little bit of an opportunity miss, but again, it wasn't the best opportunity in the world.
Judd Trump, 6.
I hope you guys are all good anyway. I am picking up a bit of a snivel at the moment, a bit of a cold I think, so if there are a few cuts, a few breaks that you might notice in this video, I apologise. I've been working from home, so it's not, hopefully it's not, yeah, that. Thou who shall not be named. Okay. Just trying to keep things simple here, a little bit like we did in the last episode. Don't want to give anything away to Judd, because as we saw in the frame that he won, we gave him one chance and he took it. And that's what you'd expect from a top 16 player. It's just that we played quite well, I think, in the frames we won. But that is a bit of a stinker from Judd. Truthfully, I wouldn't say he's got away with it, definitely not with it going in off, but it would have been better for us if it hadn't have gone in off, because it would have been a brilliant position by that centre pocket. The issue a little bit now is that we've got to play with a lot of screw and get this right, which we haven't. We've underhit it, and that is about the most horrid of luck we could have hoped for, really, with that red. But if we can play a good shot on the green here, then it's certainly not end of break. It's no gimme, that's right. But if we play it at this pace, if we got it on target, it should go in. We do leave ourselves a long pot on the next red, but it is fairly straight, so I haven't got... Well, I'll say it's fairly straight, it's not, but I don't think we should have much of a problem with this. And if we actually play this at the right pace this time, which we have, we should be on the black. Good pot, and good positional shot as well. Now, I don't think the black... I'm not quite sure whether the black will go back on its spot here. We'll have to see.
12.
No, it goes on the blue spot. I'm okay with that. Oh, God, we've had a torrid start here. Absolutely terrible.
Neil Robertson, 12.
You'd fancy us to pop that red most of the time. Judd Trump can't get in either. He's missed that red. So neither player having a great start here. I think in the last session, at least one of us would have took one of those chances. And quite unbelievable that against the world #1 that we're back at the table. That's unbelievable.
1.
So going very much for a half chance next up. Almost a shot to nothing.
This is no gimme.
I don't fancy us to pop this, but again, should be safe if not. But that's a lovely shot.
Unbelievable.
Excellent pot. And if this goes in the right position, which it hasn't really, to be honest, we could get down for the next... Oh, I don't know. I don't know, actually. It's not too bad. It's not as bad as I initially thought it was. That's pretty good.
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
Good pot. Played with a bit of top to get ourselves good position. And, well, we've got it.
16.
This second red will go. Just got to play with some top spin here to give ourselves position on the colour. We haven't got that beauty of having the black down here. Probably played with a bit much, but sometimes it's better to play with too much than too little, I guess. But we do leave ourselves a tricky shot now, being right on the cushion. So you'd probably be inclined to say we've had our fair share of luck. Let's just play with some top spinners here and see where we end up, I suppose.
Playing this with plenty of power.
Nicely.
Good pot on the brown, and well, if you don't try, you don't get it. We've got position on the next red. And I think we might be able to pop one of two here. No, we can't pot that one, so that's fine. We do need to open these up at some point, but just conscious that we don't want to give Judd Trump a chance if we make a mistake. We've knocked them open slightly, but we're not playing brilliant positional play. Again, I think that this is probably a step too far. Let's see. It's worth going for. I don't see any harm. I'll tell you what, we've knocked up the points. Can't believe we've got that many points in this break. Where's the cue ball going here? Neither here nor there, to be brutally honest.
29.
Neither here nor there. So play as thin as we can off these. And try and get the cue ball back up to bulk. That's a pretty good shot. Looks like it's got some good pace. That's a pretty good safety.
Neil Robertson, 29.
So we lead here by 52 with 91 on the table. Pretty decent lead. Can't argue too much with that. Again, we took what we could out of it, and I think at that point we do go over the top sometimes and play one too many shots in a frame, I feel. But no, this time we accepted we couldn't do it, and we gave in at the right time. But that looks like we've got him in a snooker potentially. He might be able to see the edge of the red, but he can't. So he's going to try and get out of this, and this might be, if it goes well for us, the frame winner.
No, not the result he was looking for.
Not the result he was after, no. But I'll tell you what, he doesn't leave anything particularly easy on here. I feel like we've got to go for a pot, but you know, if this doesn't go quite right, it leaves Judd Trump with a chance. I'm also looking at the in-off here as well. This is tight. Again, it might let Judd back in, but I think the reward is larger than the risk. What a pot. What a pot. And I'll tell you what, the angle wasn't far off. Going into the middle pocket, we had to get that absolutely right.
Superb.
Or else we could have had a problem.
He's aiming for the left corner here. And in it goes.
And the reward's certainly bigger than the risk.
Excellent cueing.
It looks like we can make a frame-winning break from here now.
So, this pot into the right corner. Well, an excellent pot.
What
So we lead by 60 points. There's 6 reds left on the table. So if we can get this red and the pink and the red, puts us 67 ahead with indeed 67 at the table. So this red and a colour. And we should have took the first frame of the session, and that would be really good for us. And obviously lead Judd Trump a long way back.
15.
So just this pink needed to confirm it, but we'll try and open up the reds just to make sure of it, get a few more reds potted.
Good split.
But there's the pink, it's there, and well, I think if that was what we needed to win a frame, I wouldn't have been too chuffed about the split there. It's not great, but it's not too bad actually, it's not terrible. We lead by 73, 67 on the table. This will really put the curtains on it, because now we lead by 74 with 59 on.
22.
And given it's the first frame of the session, I don't see any harm in playing some shots here just to get our eye in.
Tough shot coming up.
Still got to get over the winning line, but this is a great position to be in at this point.
29.
Can't really disagree with that. We're looking in good form. Okay, we started off a bit poorly in this frame,
25.
but so did Judd. to be honest, he didn't respond to being given a chance, and as I've said time and time again, with some of the AI performances, you can only beat who you're up against.
36.
And as evidenced in the head-to-head last time out, we got walloped by Judd in the last match we played against him, 10 frames to 4. So it is swings and roundabouts, but we're certainly not in the last 4 yet. Got a good chance, but we've seen before that getting over the winning line is not easy.
Just wants to sink this into the left corner pocket.
Looking pretty good though here. I'm happy with how we're playing. I think this section just gives us a chance to instill a bit of confidence in our game, which again, I don't think there's any harm in doing that. Not on for a century or any accolade like that, but just gets us going, wakes us up a bit. Because obviously in real life, yes, there's only maybe, what, 20, 30 minutes between intervals, but I've had, 18, 19 hours, something like that.
46.
So it is very, very beneficial.
Well, he's looking at potting this into the right corner pocket.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure about the position for the yellow there. I wasn't sure where the cue ball would end up, but it's good experience,
49.
this. If we pot this, the position should come naturally, but
Only the colours remain.
I don't fancy us potting it. Certainly not at that pace. This might just hit the near jaw, which it does, but it does go in.
That's well played with the rest.
51.
Yeah, we snookered ourselves on the green, though, which wasn't the best thing to do.
He needs to be wary.
So we'll
when
just
hitting
make sure we
this.
hit this, or which we don't, but it won't really matter because he won't get us back to the table now. Because we've won the 5th frame. We've stopped any sort of momentum that Judd Trump might have short term, and we need 1 frame now to get into the semi-final of the Northern Ireland Open.
Foul. Neil Robertson, 51.
For those of you who maybe this is your first video or haven't watched it for a while, we are hunting for what would be an
And that is
excellent,
the frame.
I
Well played.
guess it's not, what's it called? The quadruple crown?
Judd
The
Trump
home
today.
nation's whitewash? I don't really know a catchy name, but what we're trying to do, because we won the English Open, well, we'll try and win every event we take part in, of course, but there's some extra onus on this. Because we won the English Open,
Impressive opening.
we have got the chance to potentially win all 4 home nations events in one season. And by the way, that was a strange old break-off from Judd.
We know what a
Certainly didn't
prolific
get that one right.
potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take
So if we
this
can
on.
win this tournament, that'll be 2 out of the 4.
Tremendous pot.
I can't see us winning all 4. We've got to have some, I think we've got to have some good luck along the way in terms of draws as well, and keep up the good play for a sustained amount of time. The certainty is,
7.
ignoring that £1 million bonus, we'll be in a pretty good place ranking-wise if we can win all 4 of these events. Because Season 2 was definitely our dummy season early on. By that I mean we did pretty poorly in this event. I think we got to the last 16 actually in this event. Can't quite remember now. I've got it all on the Excel spreadsheet. I know certainly in the English round we only got to the last 64, and of course we won that this time round, so that was a huge boost.
Really impressive cueing.
10.
It might have been the UK's. I think we went out to Michael Georgiou. It's painful memories. I've tried to forget them, but for
17.
just to jog the memory of you guys, because these events were, what, maybe a year ago or something in the series or something crazy like that. Maybe more than that. I think they've got to be more than that, actually, looking
18.
back now. Yeah, they were. Yeah, it was about 18 months ago, because it was the period where I'd just started my new job, and
Well, no surprises here.
well,
with the
I hadn't got
odd
much time on my
attempts.
hands, but also we had the horrible glitch with the Shanghai Masters,
Anything looks possible when he's cueing
whereby
this
we
well.
had a reset
Very
glitch,
sharp
and
at the moment.
well,
23.
my heart just wasn't in it from then, and Mark Selby absolutely walked all over us. And as anybody who plays this game knows, you do need to have regular practice, i.e. not necessarily being at the table all the time. That was a shocker, by the way.
Not really what he was intending.
You do need regular practice to
24.
Well, he's taking it on.
Remain a good player, and I can't believe that. I did not intend to pot that whatsoever.
Impressive shot with the rest.
Funny how these things happen, isn't it? Well, that's definitely end of break. If I'd have known that had gone in, I wish I'd have known, because we'd have played a much better positional. But ho-hum. Not a bad break of 31. We'll just come back up to the ball cushion. Try and cover off that red that could be potable to the corner pocket, but I think the green does that for us, which is great.
Neil Robertson, 31.
The way we're going, though, this is going to be by far the longest season. Remarkable. Well, this is a good stat just to show how bad Season 2 was from our point of view. I think Season 2 was only 48 episodes. And, well, here we're in, what, episode 47?
1.
So, that just highlights how bad it was then. Ugh. Another classic where the game decides to shut down and come back up. I'm not really fancying us, to be honest, to get anything out of this. I think we had a bit of an unlucky split there, where the cue ball ended up. Might be able to manipulate the cue ball with some side, and if we can, we give ourselves a half chance, which at 4-1 up, I don't think you'd blame me for taking on. Because this next shot, which there's a bit of tension involved here. This next shot could be a match winner. Yeah, oh, it's one of those. Oh, for goodness sake. It's one of those shots whereby you select a colour and you can't go back. But as you can see, if we play this with side, we can pot the blue.
From this snooker with the swerve shot.
Go on, go on, go on. Oh! Close, but no cigar. I mean, that shows just how tight these swerve shots are. We played that 0.1% out, and there's no doubt that had gone in. It was a pretty straight shot. There wasn't much to it. But horrible luck there. We played a brilliant split, but just didn't end up with a position. Pot the blue, and I think it would have been a match winner, and I'd be very surprised if Judd Trump didn't win this frame now from here.
11.
This is a very Judd Trump-esque shot, but he's never missed that, has he? Now I was about to say. Well, what's he playing there?
12.
What's he played there? Very strange safety. You know, I'd have just gone for the jugular there. I wouldn't have mucked about. That's amazing, that. Well, I'm certainly going to go for the jugular, because in my opinion, we didn't have a chance in this frame. But now we have. We've missed the red, but all depends where this ends up, I guess. Yeah, it is a potting chance, I suppose. But he's just playing safe. This is very unlike Judd Trump, by the way. Very unlike Judd. Just going to try and get this cue ball back to similar position it is now. Do with the cue ball running a bit longer. It's not quite worked. Not quite worked. This is missable, though. Again, that's if he's going to go for the pot. He's been very negative. Which amazes me with where the balls are on the table.
He's taking this on.
Yeah, he's taking it on now. He's given in to the temptation and he's missed it. That is a shocker from Judd Trump. The world #1. And he's missing shots like that. Well, I'm not going to complain because this is a fantastic chance. As I said it before, you know, I'd be very surprised if Judd Trump didn't take that chance. Played way too negatively, and the one shot he took on, which I don't really think was the best chance he'd had. He'd certainly had better potting chances, and he missed it. So, more full Judd. And this is a great chance to make relatively light work of the #1 and get into the semi-final.
Position looks good for a colour.
8.
So 4 reds left at the table. We lead by 28. This yellow will put us 31 points ahead.
Looking to play this with
Playing with a bit of fire here, just with a bit of hopeful luck to get on one.
He won't be happy with that.
Yeah. We obviously haven't got on one then. No, we haven't. That's a bit unfortunate. So, not all over yet. Here. Unfortunately. Just trying to play safe. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't think he'll play that one on the cushion, you wouldn't have thought.
Neil Robertson, 10.
So we're almost halfway there in this frame. It's a good shot. That is a good shot. Play this with some angle to try and get back up to the bulk and relatively safe, but don't think we're going to do it. No. And the problem is, rather than one, we've left two on, and that can very quickly become 3 and 4.
He's taking this red on.
Well, he ain't going to miss that.
1.
He's not going to miss that.
7. 8.
You'd very much back him to win this frame now, but been plenty of twists and turns so far.
14.
He's got to get onto that final red, which he should be able to do. Let's see, though.
21.
Not sure about that. Obviously just didn't fancy himself to get on it.
Excellent safety shot.
Excellent. Right,
21.
okay, fair enough.
He just wants to ensure he gets this cue ball tight to the cushion with the shot.
Stay about the middle of the table. I'll take that. I'll take that. Again, he might go for this as a half chance. No, he's not going to. Not quite got the snooker there. A bit unfortunate for him.
Great shot.
Don't want to hit this one too hard if we can help it. But equally, we could do it getting back up to the bulk, which we haven't. But we've been saved because the pink will block the red going to the pocket.
Brilliant.
The pink wasn't there. It was pretty much frame over. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's a half chance. And again, I think at 4-1 up, it'd be silly not to try
Half
this.
chance here.
Give it a bit more angle.
What
And it's
a
there.
pot that was.
The red is there. Again, it was absolutely worth taking on. And is that now the shot that will give us victory in this quarter-final? Play the long yellow. Long yellow, not the long lello, as my niece likes to call it.
Playing this with a lot of power.
No.
Oh,
this
why did
time,
I even bother
close,
with
but
that?
a miss,
Why?
nonetheless.
Oh, freaking hell. That was just a stupid shot to play, wasn't it?
Neil Robertson, 1.
Well, he's taking
Goodness
it
sake,
onto
we've
the
gifted
left
in the
corner.
frame now, haven't we? I'll tell you what, the green's not easy to get to. And I'll tell you what, we've had a few get out of jail free cards here.
Judd Trump, 2.
Don't think that is though, somehow.
He doesn't want to play this with too much pace, or he could leave his opponent on. He's
Not sure
managed to
about
get
that
out
one.
of the snooker,
Yeah,
but
he's
I
gonna
think
play
he
safe.
left a potting chance.
We really had a chance there. We did blow it, to be honest. Should have played that a lot better. But you live and learn. Can't play every shot perfectly. Now we can see this to pot, but we'll see. We'll see if he gets it. To get from green up back to brown, it's going to be a tough shot. So he's just going to play safe. I know if I get out of jail free card there.
If he gets this right, it'll be a real tester for his opponent.
We've hit the black. Doesn't really matter as long as it doesn't go in off. Oh!
It'd be a costly error.
That's 7 points we could have done with not giving away. Just to think we could have avoided all this tittle-tattle by playing a good shot earlier.
Well, he's left.
So we lead by 1 with the 5 balls left at the table, but that might have just finished it. I can't see how we're going to get back on the yellow, on the brown here. That's the only issue I've got.
Lots of power on this shot.
So I guess we have to play it with topspin. Oh wow, that went absolutely nowhere, did it? No, unfortunate there. So we get a few more points. Very much feels like just chipping away here, doesn't it? Tell you what, we're liking a cannon on all these balls. The only one that's on its spot is the black. And that's because we potted it illegally.
That's all he's looking for at all.
Neil Robertson, 3.
Not sure about that. Again, I think this is probably worth a punt at a half chance. Because if it goes wide, then, well, you can't see to that bottom corner pocket. So there's not much risks attached. Doesn't look bad to me, you know. Doesn't look bad, this doesn't. Oh, what a pot. What a pot. Can we see the blue? We certainly can. We certainly can see the blue.
I think he's playing this with a lot of power.
Great shot.
Played that with a lot of power to try and get the power to get back onto the other cushion. And I think we've done it pretty perfectly. So after that safety battle, we just need this pink. And we've beaten Judd Trump 5-1.
Just the
Be an
pink
excellent
ball
result. And the pink's there.
15.
Let's get the black. Just to confirm things. Even though he can't come back from here. And the black's there. And we complete a very good victory. Made pretty light work of Judd Trump in the end there. To be honest, didn't have much table time. And we do really well to get into the semi-final of the Northern Ireland Open with a 5-1 victory. Icebreaker 92. 386 points for us. Not really world number 1 standard, you would argue there. Next match is the best of 11 though. So we'll be showing that over the next 2 episodes on Friday and Monday. And rest assured, if you beat the world number 1, then it starts to cascade down from there, doesn't it? And in the semi-final of this event, we are playing against the jester from Leicester, Mark Selby. I haven't played Selby for a long, long time, you know. So this should be an exciting match. It does beg the question of if we are to get to the final, who are we going to play there? Obviously, it can't be Judd, it can't be Selby. Who do we have in the last 16? I've had a complete brain freeze now. Who did we play in the last 16? Jan Bingtown. Okay, well, he wasn't really threatening. So, if we beat Selby, it's going to be one of anyone between him and myself, basically, in the final you'd have thought. Williams, Allen, Higgins. I mean, could it be Higgins again in a Home Nations final? Let's see. But this should be a good match against Mark Selby. Again, I'm talking about the final. We've got to get through this one first. But another good achievement to get to a ranking event semi-final. And you'll be able to see the 2 episodes of that on Friday and then next Monday. And if you enjoyed that one, folks, make sure to leave a like down below, comment your thoughts as well, and subscribe for regular Snooker 19 content on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday at 6 PM. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye for now.